You know, about that time, isn't it?
Looking pretty good. This is just a basic shallow 12 Mr. Music Man motor, 3-inch coil. Not much to say about that. It's a little bit bigger than a Rockford Fosgate Punch HX2 motor as far as how much material, magnetic material is there. So Johnny 5 cone, and then I'm going to send him some pictures real quick of the dust caps that I recommend. Most people pick the carbon fiber, but again, it's up to him. These are a replacement to Kicker Comp Q pair that he brought me in for repair. The problem with the Kicker Comp Q is that the voice coil uses the standard 2 3/8. However, it's like extra chubby, and I don't have any extra chubby coils. Typically I have to recycle the ones that I do have, which happens a lot. Oh, they moved. Oh no, they're right here. So here's two that I've been working on for like months, and I got them to a good point. I don't like, let me move this. No, I didn't do this part yet. So I don't like that the terminals are on one side. That causes problems. I do like the heatsink built into the frame. That's nice. It would have been better though if they just used a 3-inch coil, which would give it better dissipation. So, and that's what I did. I upgraded him to a 3-inch coil and about basically the same motor. So I gave him a little bit of an upgrade. On this, you have to grind that flat, which takes some time as well, if you want to use this frame again. I wanted to use the frame again because people that value kicker wanted it to be as kickery as possible. Does that make sense? So this motor is just a motor. I think the bolt pattern is probably 5-inch, which is standard. You could use a different frame on it, but I wanted to use a kicker frame. So here's an older version that I worked on. This is the older Spider, in fact. I don't have any more of these, so this is going to end up being a different pair. And then what you have to do is run jumpers from here, positive, negative, one at a time back to the terminal so that they can use the terminals here. And then I like that these are stitched on each side to provide equal resistance. That's the problem that these have. If you open them up and look at them, they have all kinds of weird stitching on them that they, you know, they pat themselves on the back for adding, but it's like if you just put the terminals on 180, you can avoid all that. But anyways, I'm not kicker. They're so much smarter than me. I am just grateful to be able to rebuild their woofers. So this one I recovered the coil on. I think this one I was waiting on, but I wanted to keep. And as you can see, these are labeled as well as fat and thin. So this is the fat gap, which is the 2 ohm. And I'm sure there's a little bit thinner gap version for the dual 4 coil, which is a little bit slimmer. So, but, oh, I got this kicker. This one is a, I think this was a 15-inch motor that the ferrite was cracked, and so I replaced it. A little bit wider than normal. This is one that is original. I was trying to find, oh, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to find a pair that was matching, and I couldn't. That one was slightly bigger. This one uses the 15-inch version uses a slightly bigger coil size, which is 2 5/8. And so I have coils for them, but they didn't quite match. And I saw those Mr. Music Man motors, and I was like, let me just use those. And then also they're a little bit more shallow. I think he's putting them in a shallow application. And so that would put the, let's go ahead and measure this one to see what the depth is at. Let me grab the ruler. Oh, is it over there? I love these. People call them prison rulers because they're nice and flexible. Somebody told me that this is the ruler that they have in prison. I wouldn't know anything about that. They didn't even give me a tablet. They get tablets in there. 5 3/4. So not super shallow, but you know, definitely more shallow than the original Q. Let's go ahead and put that dust cap on there to give you an idea. He can, of course, go with the full size, which is the 180, and that covers the entire cap. This one I actually prefer. It just gives it a more normal look, which is 150 millimeter. So, see? But I will send him pictures, and that's one of the reasons why we liked this. I don't want to put it in because sometimes it's really hard to get out. So that way I just cover the whole cone. That's another way to go. So again, no extra charge. I like to give you guys that free extra thing to just say thank you for shooting your load my way. Exactly. Ash has got jizz burps. She's been jizzing all day. Let's see. Oh, let me do the TSPs on this one. So we did the woofer port. Let's do the TSPs real quick. Let me pause this. Oh, some of you guys are like, do the squeak, Patrick, do the squeak. I'm like, all right, I'll do the squeak. 10.5 inches. Let's go ahead and do the sweep. FS is 30.95, so we'll round down to 30 hertz. QTS is 0.5, so this is good for sealed or ported. It's not, meaning it's not going to make much difference. So, because you can always go sealed and then just add a little bass boost, and it does basically the same thing as a port, but it takes up less space. VAS is a tiny 1.2 cubic foot, and that's to get to 30 hertz. So this is going to be really nice and ideal for a shallow application where the truck boxes fit underneath the back seat, and there's not much room. Typically there's only about 0.65 to 0.85 typically, and it's usually sealed. Again, I would do, I think Oscar rated these at 1,000, which is pushing it. I would do more closer to 850, which is what I recommend for the Rockford Punch HX2. So we'll do 850. So he can do up to a 1500 watt amp, and then these are D4, and so I would recommend the Recoil Audio RED 1200.1 as a good amplifier, because that does like 1500 watts at 1 ohm. So sleep on tight, guys. I love you.